lecture 34. In that lecture, we discuss Lagrange's method of undetermined multipliers. Now, the Lagrange method of undetermined multiplier. So, if it is required to find the extremum value of a function, when function having the more than two variable and which their variable are connected by some relation, suppose phi I is equal to 0 and I is equal to 1 to n, we have an R relation or number of relations. Now, in that case, we construct an auxiliary function of the form, that is f plus summation lambda I into phi I. So here we I is 1 to r, and these lambdas are say undetermined parameter, or and also known as Lagrange's multiplier. So here after this we find the critical or a stationary point for which f have extremum value. So the necessary condition for that is the partial derivative of that function with respect to their variables is equal to 0, which implies that del f upon del x j plus the summation lambda I and the partial derivative of phi with respect to xj's is equal to 0. So this is the equation number 2. Here the j is vary from 1 to n and I is vary from 1 to r. Means we have r relations, connected relations, and we have n variables. So we can say from the equation 1 and 2, we can say we obtain a n plus r equations. We have n variables and r relations, or we can say we have n plus r unknowns, the n variables, and we use the n lambda r undetermined parameters, or we can say Lagrange multipliers. So total we have n plus r unknowns, and after solving the equation 1 and 2, we get a required stationary point, that is x1 x2, the value of x1 x2 and xn at which the function has the extremum value. Here we have to note that by the Lagrange method we cannot determine the nature of a stationary point. We just find the stationary point, but we cannot determine the nature of the stationary point. Using the method of Lagrange multiplier to find the extremum value of the function with the condition, we have given condition x square plus y square equal to 5 and x plus z is equal to 1. So we have to find the extreme value of that function, and here we have given the conditions. Two conditions are given, and you notice that here the function is of three variable x, y and z. So we use the Lagrange multiplier method. So here we have given a function, that is f x y z is equal to 2x plus 3y plus z, and this condition we consider the function, the phi xy, we can write x square plus y square minus 5, and the second expression we consider psi is a function of xz, that is x plus z minus 1. So now we have, that's equation 1, 2 and 3. Now we use the Lagrange multiplier method. So you have to remember these are the conditions. By the help of this condition we find the extremum value of the function. So use the Lagrange's multiplier equations. So what is the equation? We take the partial derivative of the f with respect to x, plus we consider to multiply lambda, the partial derivative of phi with respect to x, plus mu, partial derivative of psi with respect to x is equal to 0. This is considered equation number 4. Similarly, the partial derivative of f with respect to y, plus the partial derivative lambda partial derivative of phi with respect to y, mu, the partial derivative of psi with respect to y is equal to 0, and the partial derivative of f with respect to z, lambda partial derivative of phi with respect to z, and mu partial derivative of psi with respect to z is equal to 0. So this is considered equation number 5. This is equation number 6. So here the lambda and mu are undetermined multipliers, we can say undetermined parameters. Now on solving these equations, we take the partial derivative of this with respect to x and this with respect to x and substitute. So equation 4 become 2 plus 2 lambda x plus mu is equal to 0. That equation 3 plus 2 lambda y plus is equal to, we get equal to 0 because the partial derivative of psi with respect to y is 0. And the third equation we get 1 plus mu is equal to 0 because the partial derivative of equation 2 with respect to z is 0. Now on this equation we can solve these equations simultaneously. We obtain the value of mu. The equation 6 implies mu can be written as -1, and we substitute that mu in the equation 4. We obtain the value of x, and from equation 5 we get the value of y. So we obtain x is equal to, from the equation 4th, that equation we get x is equal to -1 upon 2 lambda. We substitute mu is equal to -1 here, and from equation 5th we get y is equal to -3 upon 2 lambda. So here one undetermined parameter we find mu is equal to -1, and for the value of lambda we put the value of lambda in any one of the relation which is given here. So we use that relation, x square plus y square is equal to 5. So we get put in x square plus y square is equal to 5. So after putting the value of x and y in that equation, we get 1 upon 4 lambda square plus 9 upon 4 lambda square is equal to 5, which implies that lambda is equal to, you can say 1 upon lambda square is equal to 1 upon 2, or lambda is equal to plus minus 1 upon root 2. So the value of lambda is plus minus 1 by root 2 and mu is -1. Now the value of x and y, x is equal to, if we put the value of lambda here, so we get plus minus 1 by 2 root 2. So we get root 1 plus minus root 2, and y we get plus minus 3 by root 2, and the relation, the second relation, that is x plus z is equal to 1. We find the value of z is equal to 1 minus x, that is we get 1 plus minus 1 upon root 2. Now we obtain the value of x, y, z. So the stationary points are, you can say 1 by root 2, 3 by root 2, and 1 minus 1 by root 2, and minus 1 by root 2. If we take the minus sign, 3 by root 2 minus, and 1 plus 1 by root 2. So if we put that point in the function, so we obtain f x y z, the extreme value of the function. At this point we get 5 root 2 plus 1, and on that point the extreme value is minus 5 root 2 plus 1. So these are the stationary points and on which the extreme value of the function is obtained here. Either it is maximum or minimum. So here you have to note the extreme value of that function is obtained on the stationary point this, and the value is, in the first case we get 5 root 2 plus 1, and on that stationary point we obtain minus 5 root 2 plus 1. So you have to remember, we just find the stationary point and the extreme value of the function, so it can be maximum or minimum. For example, find the point upon the plane this at which the function this has minimum value. So here the given function is of 3 variable x, y, z, and we have to find the point on that plane on which that function has a minimum, or you can say extremum. So here means we have to find the stationary point. For that we are using the Lagrange method of Lagrange multiplier. Here given function is x square plus y square plus z square, and the condition we have given that we consider phi x, y, z, that is ax plus by plus cz minus b. Now we write the Lagrange multipliers, Lagrange's multiplier equations, and these equations are, we take the partial derivative of that f with respect to x, plus we consider here undetermined parameter lambda, and the partial derivative of phi with respect to x is equal to 0. Then this partial derivative of function with respect to y, lambda partial derivative of phi with respect to y is equal to 0. Again the partial derivative of f with respect to z, lambda the partial derivative of phi with respect to z is equal to 0. So we obtain these three equations. We consider this is 1, this is 2, and these three equations 3, 4 and 5. On simplify these equations we get 2x plus lambda a is equal to 0 from equation 3rd. From equation 4, partial derivative y 2y plus lambda b is equal to 0, and the third equation 2z plus lambda c is equal to 0. So here from that equation we can say x is equal to minus lambda a upon 2. From that equation we can say y is equal to minus lambda b upon 2, and we can say z is equal to, from the equation 5th, minus lambda c upon 2. So we obtain the value of x, y, z. Now we put the value of x, y and z in equation 2, that's equation 2. So we get the value of lambda, the undetermined parameters, is obtained by the help of equation 2. So we write a minus lambda a upon 2 plus b minus lambda b upon 2 plus c minus lambda c upon 2 is equal to p. We have given that equation. This is the given condition. So now after simplify this, so we obtain the value of lambda is equal to minus 2p upon a square plus b square plus c square. Now we find the undetermined parameter lambda. So here when we find the lambda, so we can easily find the value of x, y, z. So the stationary point x, y, z is what? So we can say put in x, y, z. So we get x is equal to 2a bp upon a square b square plus c square. Similarly, y is equal to 2bp upon a square plus b square plus c square. So we get only ap, bp here, this is bp, and z we get c small p, a square plus b square plus c square. Now these are what? These are the stationary point. Now because we have to find the minimum value of that function, so we obtain the stationary point, and these are the stationary point. Now put these point in the given function. So function we get f x y z is equal to, we get a square b square upon a square plus b square plus c square whole square, similarly b square upon a plus b plus c square, and c square b square upon a square b square plus c square whole square. On simplify we get a square plus b square plus c square whole square, and take b square as a common a, so we get a square plus b square plus c square, and after that we get b square upon a square plus b square plus c square. So this is the minimum value of the function at the point. These are the stationary point on which we get the function has the maximum or say the minimum value.